basics of your MMA footwork. So in the last video we looked at your basic stance. So if you don't know how to perform like a basic MMA stance, you want to skip back and take a look at that, because that's really the foundation. But the footwork here is also really important, and it plays together with your stance. So basically there's two ways we can move around. I'm either going to be stepping, short, like sliding steps, or I'm going to be kind of jumping, moving both my feet in like one motion. So the advantage of stepping over jumping is that that it's easier to throw a counter to react on your opponent's movement from there, because I'm not really like letting go of the ground. I'm always in contact with the ground, so I can like react directly. If I'm jumping around, it's a bit easier for me to move quickly in and out, but the fraction of a second where I'm kind of hanging in the air, I'm going to be very, very vulnerable to the techniques that my opponent is going to throw, because I can't really change direction. So it's really important that you understand these two pros and cons with the two kinds of footwork. So basically, stepping around, the rule is that I can't bring my legs too close and I can't cross my legs. So if I'm stepping to my left side here, I'm going to be moving my left leg first, so it looks like this, like that. And I'm stepping to my right, same idea. The foot that's closest to the direction I want to move is what's going to move first. So I'm pushing off my right leg, and I'm moving my left leg first, like this. You would never ever do this, because it's going to leave you very, very vulnerable without any really proper stance. So the idea is that we want to maintain our fighting stance, or something as close to our fighting stance as possible, while moving around. So we can throw all our different techniques, and we got good defense against what our opponent is going to throw at us. So that's our sideways movement, front and back, exactly the same idea. I'm going to step with my front foot and pull my back foot up like this. When you're stepping around like this, make sure that you're not like taking big steps like this. I want to keep my feet really close to the ground. Again, the idea is that I want to be able to react directly to what my opponent is going to throw at me. So if I'm taking like big steps like this, there's going to be a long time when my feet doesn't have contact with the ground, and then I can't really generate power in any techniques. So that's the basic of stepping around. Now jumping is a little bit different. The usual place where you would use this would be if you're covering distance towards your opponent with your basic jab. So basically if you're jumping forward like this and out again, that's your basic like jumping footwork. The idea is that we're going to cover more distance, and we want both our feet to land on the ground at the same time, so we can throw techniques from both sides. So what you want to do here is push off your rear leg, and it's kind of like you're stepping really fast, but you're trying to get your feet to land simultaneously on the ground. So I'm just kind of jumping forward like that. If I'm jumping back, same idea. So some people tell you to imagine the ceiling is like right over your head, so you can't really jump like up and down. You never want to do this. You want to keep the jump as flat as possible. So imagine like if you're jumping up, you're going to bang your head on the ceiling, so keep it really flat. So your basic jump would be kind of 45 degrees angle here, just in and back, like this. To set me up in a stance where I can throw techniques from both sides. So that's the like totally bare bone basics of your footwork. Stepping around here, different directions, always maintaining your stance, and jumping if you need to cover distance quickly. So play around with this and see if it works for you. If you like this video and found it useful, please take 2 seconds and press like, maybe share it with someone else who could use this information, and we'll all get better at martial arts.